the big picture here is that we're talking about a pattern of behavior, the way Donald Trump interacts privately with women. The world knows how Donald Trump talks to a woman or about a woman from a stage or a podium or Twitter or the Howard Stern show. Our goal was to pull back and say, how does he interact in the office with someone who he's dating or trying to date? And that was the purpose of our story. And that is why Megyn and I spoke to dozens of women who walked us through those interactions. And frequently there was a power dynamic at play here, which we think is worth understanding as well. This is a very wealthy man with a lot of connections and influence. And it's something that I think hovered over a lot of these interactions.
You did use the word debase, in the piece, again, right up close to where that anecdote is. Is that a word that Roanne used, or is that a word that the women you spoke to used?
So we heard a variety. I mean, the descriptions, Roanne was one of many voices that we included in the story, and we really value the fact that, and as you'll see, like, I think one of the things that readers noted with our story was that we kind of changed the format a little bit. We wanted to have this be an opportunity to hear these women in their own words as much as possible, and so that's why you had large chunks of excerpts from our interviews. And so, you know, we thought that that was a really powerful way to kind of capture the experiences of a variety of women inside and outside the workplace.
Guys, she very clearly uses the words, it was misleading, you took her words out of context, you didn't fully quote her, is what she suggests. You know, she said she called something flattering right after one of these anecdotes. Does that as a journalist, that's concerning. What do you guys think happened?
You know, when I interviewed Roanne, she was very clearly, she used the word taken aback at one point about that example. I think it's pretty clear from the fact that she went on to date him that she had a big experience with him. It was an encompassing one. It started off with her being asked to put on a bathing suit and taken out to the pool. And by the end, she was traveling with him in Atlantic City in a helicopter, and we quoted her warmly and at length. And
we pointed out that she went on to have a whirlwind romance with him.
What's your response to the reaction from Donald Trump so far?
Well, you know, we spoke to Donald Trump for an hour and included his voice in our story, and really valued the time that we got to spend with him on the phone. And we believe that, you know, at every opportunity in the story, we gave him a chance to sort of give his side of the story. And we'd be happy to continue talking to him about this. If he wants to get back on the phone with us and chat more about his experiences with women, we'd welcome that.
I believe Roanne has asked for an apology. I mean, what do you say?
We really stand by our story. We believe we quoted her fairly and accurately, and that the story really speaks for itself.
Michael Barbaro, Megyn Twohey, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for coming on, guys. We really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much.